What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Scott here from Fudge Muppet, and today we have got an interesting topic of discussion. We are looking at the mystery of Kagrenzel. You may remember it in your travels of frozen Skyrim, arriving at this mysterious Dwemer ruin atop the eastern mountains. You may also remember touching this shiny glowing orb and falling 20 stories, plummeting into the water-filled cave below. You swam out, killed a few Falmer, and thought to yourself, wow, that was cool. Well, what if there was more to it than meets the eye? I mean, think about it. Why the hell did the ancient Dwemer set this whole contraption up? For such a logical and calculating people, you'd imagine there would be some use for this, unless it really is just an over-the-top Dwemer theme park ride. But let's not be silly. Let's look deep into some of the mystery that remains and try to uncover its potential purpose. To find Kagrenzel, we have to venture far into the eastern Velothi mountains bordering Morrowind, between the cities of Windhelm and Riften. Once you reach Stony Creek Cave, you will want to hike your way east up the mountain until you are met with the sight of this snow-capped and crumbling Dwemer ruin. You'll have to kill your way through a troll or two, but eventually you will arrive at the brass doors of Kagrenzel. Enter and you will find a mostly empty corridor funneling you into a room with a mysterious orb of magic sitting atop a pillar surrounded by 2 dead bandits, urns, and bones. Upon activating this mechanism, gates spring up around you, trapping you in a circle. The orb makes this humming, screeching sound as it circles around you over and over until it stops and the ground gives way, causing you to fall through a tunnel leading you to a water-filled cavern. But why? Why on Nern did the Dwemer create a contraption to drop you into a tunnel? The building is all by itself, and it's a single building with 1 corridor and 1 room, so what's the purpose of this Dwemer construction? Well, there are a few possible theories. Let's start with what we know. The orb is first surrounded by 2 dead bandits, which have presumably been killed recently since there are not skeletons yet. Could the orb have killed them? Did they die of harsh conditions? Perhaps they killed each other. Since the latter 2 are kind of boring, let's just talk about the first. Could the orb have killed them? The bandits are both dead in close proximity to the orb. There is no sign of blood or battle. It seems as if they were just simply ended. They died on the spot. We know when you activate the orb, it begins humming and circulating you, almost as if it's scanning you or something. Perhaps this whole contraption is in fact a security system for an entrance. Perhaps the bandits did not qualify and were killed after being scanned. But why then are you not killed after being scanned? Perhaps it has something to do with your soul. You have the soul of a dragon. Perhaps this is why it doesn't kill you and grants you entrance. This is all very dicey evidence, but you have to admit the predicament does seem a little strange. I guess the biggest question of all is, if this is a security system, what the hell is it guarding access to? I mean, it just opens into a giant hole in the ground. Who made the hole anyways? Well, if I were to give the most likely answer and explanation to this tunnel, it would be that the whole area was in fact a Dwemer city in the making. The Dwemer used the mysterious power of tonal architecture to alter reality and clear giant tunnels and cavern networks to make their underground cities in. I think it is most likely that this was the beginning of such a construction, but the Dwemer disappeared before they could create the city in the cleared cavern. The tunnel could have been meant to house some kind of dwarven elevator structure that was going to take you deeper into a city structure. That could perhaps explain why there is some kind of security system with the scanning orb thingy, as it would be a secure entrance to a city that would be built. But then again, that is if it was a security system. I mean, it does function mostly like a trap would. You are lured by the orb, you activate the orb, and then the gates spring up, you get scanned, and you get dropped down a tunnel. If it is a trap, then why build it? What purpose would it serve? Unless this truly is a Dwemer theme park. I think there's a lot more to this than meets the eye. I would also like to point out that there is this skeleton and bones here of what looks like some kind of large creature that you can see on the way down the tunnel. Some people think that this could possibly be the reason for the excavation, but at least to me it seems like it was rather unimportant. They were just digging straight down past the bones and didn't even bother excavating them further. I think it's just some prehistoric creature that died long ago. I remain unconvinced that it's the reason for the excavation. Like I said, I think it's very likely they were constructing a city here, but just happened to uncover an ancient creature along the way. The orb is by far the most mysterious part of Kagrenzel. It is clearly made up of some kind of magic that would have been active for thousands of years since the Dwemer disappearance. Perhaps it was some kind of AI system thingy, like if it were a Dwemer magical spirit/intelligence type thing designed to control the functions of a city. I mean, this kind of technology is not implausible for the Dwemer, considering they literally have functioning robots running around their long-lost ruins. These automatons can think and perform functions functions independently, why would a magical AI like sentience be implausible? Perhaps Kagrenzel was an innovative new city that was being designed, a brand new type of city that would function under the control of this Dwemer AI system spirit orb thing, but then the Dwemer disappeared and their innovative new city would never go beyond its simple construction of the entrance. All that remains is the magical orb, a remnant of an incredible potential utopia for the Dwemer. I hope your brain has exploded right now, but do understand this is all just hyper conjecture and theory with not a lot of actual evidence. But it would seem possible, and it could explain why the magical orb had perhaps gone mad and traps or kills any intruders. There is also the final theory. That is, this is just something Bethesda, the developers, put in because it's a fun little Easter egg and it's really fucking cool to fall 20 stories into a water-filled cavern. That is probably the most likely, but nowhere near as fun as making up these wild theories. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed this crazy-ass video. Go down into the comments and elaborate on this, or provide your own theories. Perhaps together we can come up with some really concrete theories explaining this mysterious place. Social media links are in the description, including our Twitter, which you should go follow us on, and there you can contact us and talk to us about all this crazy Dwemer shit. I'm Scott from Fudge Muppet. Subscribe for more like this, and I'll nerd out with you again next time.